In the sleepy town of Beaconsfield, nestled within the heart of England, lay hidden a story that would intertwine the threads of history with the daily lives of its inhabitants. The story began in the early days of World War II, when Eleanor Ward, a spirited young woman with the soul of a journalist, decided to keep a diary detailing the impact of the war on her quaint town. Eleanor was known in Beaconsfield for her keen observations and articulate expressions. She started her diary entries just as young men from the village were being called to join the forces. Her words brought to life the send-off of Beaconsfield's brave sons, painting a vivid picture of tear-streaked cheeks of mothers, the stoic nods of fathers, and the fearful yet bold faces of young men ready to meet their destinies. As the war progressed, Eleanor's diary entries depicted more than just farewells. They evolved as historical documents capturing the transformation within Beaconsfield. Rationing brought out a mix of resourcefulness and spirited cooperation amongst the villagers. Eleanor noted how Mrs. Benton, the butcher's wife, in an act of defiance against the scarcity, ingeniously started a barter system where pies were exchanged for meat scraps and knitted garments for eggs. As blackouts and air raids plagued the larger cities, Beaconsfield's old Norman church became a beacon of hope, with its basement doubling as an air raid shelter. Underneath, entwined with the smell of damp and the sound of hymns, Eleanor recorded the whispered fears and shared dreams, thus binding the community closer. The most anxious moment came in October 1942, when a German spy was suspected to be hiding in Beaconsfield. Over 3 tense days, Eleanor transformed from a diarist to an investigative journalist, stealthily noting unusual activities while feigning her usual chores. Her detailed observations led the home guard to a secluded barn at the edge of Mayor Thompson's farm, where the spy was apprehended with a hidden radio transmitter. After the war, Eleanor's diary entries captured the joyous returns and the sorrowful absences. She elegantly portrayed the celebrations that swept through the streets, intertwined with the silent grief in the homes that had an empty chair at the dinner table. Yet her entries ceased abruptly in 1946. The remaining pages of her diary were left blank, no explanation provided. Eleanor simply vanished from the public eye. Decades passed, and Eleanor's diary fell into the forgotten stacks of the local library until discovered by Jonathan Fields, a history enthusiast, during a summer renovation project. Jonathan understood the worth of Eleanor's words and decided to restore and publish the diary. The lost diary of Eleanor Ward soon graced the shelves of history enthusiasts around the world, offering a profound insight into the life of a small town during one of history's most turbulent times. As the diary gained popularity, the mystery of Eleanor's sudden disappearance intrigued readers. Various theories circulated. Did she leave to start anew, or was there a more sorrowful reason? Meanwhile, in Beaconsfield, a hidden compartment was found in Eleanor's old house during its restoration. Inside, wrapped in a faded scarf, lay the final pages of her diary, filled with her dreams and hopes for a peaceful post-war world, and a heartfelt goodbye to her beloved Beaconsfield. Eleanor never left her town. She had merely stepped away from the limelight, contributing silently to the town's post-war recovery. Her return to anonymity was a choice, reflective of her character, a person who observed more than she spoke, understanding the depth of her words and the history they held. Thus, the story of Eleanor Ward became a cherished part of Beaconsfield's history, bridged through her words from a turbulent past to a reflective present, teaching future generations about resilience, community, and the silent watchers of history.